Ladies and gentlemen, this is Conjured Lion and welcome back to another brand new Resident Evil YouTube video. So if you guys aren't aware, I've actually been posting every single day for my subscribers. I've been asking you guys questions, just random questions for you guys, just to converse what the community feels about certain topics. Kind of wanted to read your guys' takes. So on today's video, I am going to actually react to some of the takes you do have. And the question is, what is the wildest fan theory about Resident Evil Requiem that you have ever heard? Again, guys, if I don't get to your comment, I am completely sorry. I do want to get this video out as soon as possible. If I read every single comment, by the time we get to these comments, Resident Evil Requiem would be released by then. So we want to do this ASAP. So Cursed in Disguise says, Deaf Leon being the hooded man. Capcom would be hated if Leon was reduced to a villainous, infected shill. So yeah, a lot of people did have this theory that it was the hooded man. I don't think so, only for the sheer fact that I don't think Capcom would actually make Leon into like some generic henchman of some sort. So that's the only reason why I don't think it's him, but we don't know for sure 100%, but I don't think it's him. I definitely do agree. Now Raiden Stark says Leon is Grace's father. Now this was a theory that I found interesting because we can't really confirm or deny this. This could be very well be the case, who knows at this point. I don't know if Leon had his freak on during the outbreak back in Raccoon City, and if he did, then it was with Alyssa. We did hear about like this, or at least in the OG timeline, that he had an ex-girlfriend of some sort. So maybe, imagine if that was Alyssa or something like that. Lisa Trevor. This is a big one because a lot of people are still convinced that it's Lisa Trevor. Again, this is one of those theories that I can't really confirm or deny. So this could very well be the case. Still, we don't have definitive proof. Even if Capcom did come out and did say that it's not Lisa Trevor, that the effects for Lisa was placeholders. We got to remember that a lot of people were convinced that Leon is going to be in the game because of the horrible poker face Capcom has put out in one of their interviews recently. So we got to be a little consistent. If we don't think this is Lisa Trevor, then we can't think that the other interview that Nakanishi did say is Leon either. I think he said something about we're not going to be scared as Leon or something like that from him reacting to a bucket or something like that. So that's why we are playing with Grace. But he didn't say anything about not playing with Leon, the action sequence of the game. So that's why I'm convinced that Leon can be still in the game. But again, I want to be a little consistent and say that it still could be Lisa Trevor at the end of the day. Angel of Chaos says Lisa is the monster. Leon is going to die. If Leon is going to be in the game, I don't think he's gonna die either, only because he's like initially the poster boy. The dude sells merchandise like crazy. I don't think they're gonna kill him off yet, and I feel like if they were to kill him off, it would be a little distasteful, because if it's his last game, why not have him be like the main protagonist of the entire game? That's just my opinion. I don't feel like, or I don't think he should be like the side character for any game that he's going to potentially be in last. Wesker is back as a hooded guy. I don't think this is the case, only because, again, this kind of goes back to the Leon thing I was talking about. I don't think they would reduce Wesker's character into being the hooded guy. But again, these aren't their theories, by the way. These are theories that they've heard. So these aren't necessarily like the theories that they are coming up with. Just to get that out of the way. Spencer is the guy in the chair. This is honestly a good one, because if we are going back to Raccoon City, and if we're kind of being reintroduced to like all of the old stuff from, Resident Evil, specifically like the Spencer Mansion, Raccoon City, that could very well be Spencer in the chair. We don't know that for sure. Again, it's one of those things you can't really confirm or deny. You kind of have to just go by what Capcom says, and they kind of like want to bring back stuff from the past, basically. And I feel like that's what this game is about. And I feel like Spencer is a huge part of the past storyline. I keep hearing people say Leon will die. I highly doubt it. Same. They can make it a closure type of story for him. Perhaps he goes to Raccoon and it helps him mentally in the end. I do not see him dying though. They need him for later, which is, I get it. I don't think him dying is like a good enough closure for me for Leon, especially if you just came in the series in like 2 remake or 4 remake, and then you just play Requiem and you're like, what the hell? Like, I barely know this dude. I feel like the closure would be more for the OG fans. They ended up unaliving him. But what is one way that they would give him good closure? I feel like if they would make him like, I don't know, like the president or something like that, that would be wild, especially the connectivity that he does have with like, the higher officials in the US and stuff. So that could be a pretty cool thing. That's, to me, is a pretty cool way to retire an OG character. Wesker is Grace's father, and that's why her blood is special, which honestly, it's one of those things that I can't confirm or deny this either. I don't know. This could be the case too. I mean, we've seen this first trailer and we know that Grace's blood is special somehow, which could mean literally anything. And this could be one of the reasons we don't know this for sure. Wesker coming as a main villain. To be honest, I think this is inevitable. I think Wesker is going to come back in some way, only because I feel like that was like the whole purpose of the Megamycete. That was initially the excuse to bring back old villains, to me that is. You know, just have a clone just come out of nowhere and have access to the Megamycete, which if you don't know what the Megamycete is, it actually stores a lot of data when it comes to the history of the Megamycete. So if anyone comes in contact with that, you have access and just storage of just full of memories. So you can probably have more knowledge than Wesker has ever had, because, you know, it's a collective just database. Leon is the hooded man. Complete BS. Yeah, I don't think he's the hooded man. I think we can all agree from logic, I don't think they would stoop him that low to be the hooded man. That someday we'll see Barry and Rebecca again. I honestly want to see these two again, especially in Requiem. I feel like if we are going back to the RPD, we gotta have the Stars members back. We gotta get the whole OGs back together again. That includes Barry and Rebecca. So this is a theory I'm hoping. Any theory involving Wesker or Spencer coming back, they're clearly dead and have no failsafe or protocol whatsoever that could have saved their conscious. Alex was the only one who was able to do canonically. She is the last of Umbrella's legacy. While I do agree with this, we did see them die. That's not stopping Capcom and the mighty pen, which they can just literally retcon this whole thing and just be like, yeah, Wesker and Spencer never died, you know? We did see them die, but, you know, writing is a thing, and they can literally retcon this whole thing. Like, we all thought Raccoon City was into dust. We all thought that, and look what they did with Requiem. So they can 100% do it with the characters too. Maybe returning of Spencer. Again, as may be the case, like you just don't know. Like if they are going back to the past, you know, Raccoon City and all this stuff, he may be a thing again. Maybe not too crazy, but Alyssa being the monster is just way too predictable to be a good twist. I do agree with this because it would be kind of a little too predictable in my personal opinion. Like we all know it's probably going to be Alyssa, and honestly, even if it's Alyssa, it's not the end of the world. But I feel like that would be like the most predictable thing because we saw it from like a mile away. But maybe there's like another twist to it that we don't know about yet. Who knows? That Grace is not actually blind and that she only wears glasses to look nerdy. The theories I heard was William will come back in his first form and Nemesis will return along with Wesker. See, I don't know about William or Nemesis. These are more like bioweapons, but Wesker is like a freaking fan favorite. Like this dude, I feel like Wesker is gonna come back for sure. The Hag is Catherine Warner and the Hooded Man is the mayor of Raccoon City. If you guys don't know who Catherine Warner is, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is like the daughter of the mayor, no? That you play in Resident Evil 2. The one you try to escape from the orphanage in 2 Remake. I don't remember much in the OG 2, but I know this is the one you play with in 2 Remake in that DLC. Maybe? I don't... Yeah, maybe. Another one said Leon is the father of Grace and he is the Hooded Man. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, this could be a thing. I just don't think he's the Hooded Man at all. Again, Wesker is the Hooded Man. Yeah, I just don't think he's the Hooded Man at all. But Albert Wesker coming back to Raccoon City. Yeah, maybe. I don't think we're gonna see him yet. I do think we're gonna be introduced to Wesker in Code Veronica and maybe reintroduce him in like Resident Evil 10 or something like that. I don't know. I don't see him coming back just yet, or maybe he comes back in this game. Maybe there's like a post-credits like Avenger style or some shit that Wesker does come back. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's definitely the Leon. There's a lot of Hooded Man theories. It's definitely the Leon being the Hooded Man theory. To be honest, I never bought that story and found it to be quite laughable. Capcom knows how much people love Leon, so I highly doubt, yeah, exactly, highly doubt they'll reduce him to an infected puppet. Exactly what I was saying from the beginning. His first mainline game appearance since RE6, not counting remakes. This is exactly what I was talking about in the very beginning. I don't think they're gonna reduce him to just like a puppet. You know what I mean? Due to Alyssa's death, as Grace is about to face the final boss, BOW emerges beneath the ruins of Raccoon City. 7 other Outbreak characters comes to aid Grace to the battle after they heard the news of their fellow comrade, family, and friend Alyssa's death, whom they shared moments of victory and struggles their time on the Raccoon City Outbreak for Alyssa. I'm so sorry, I just won an Outbreak remake. This has 0% chance of happening. I don't know. Apparently there were interviews back then where Nakanishi did say it could be a translation error, by the way, but he did say characters, whatever that means. Characters returning. you know, take that as you will. But if it's a translation error, is it something he legitimately said? I can't tell you 100%, but I wouldn't lose complete hope to this now that a lot of people, especially now, a lot of people are wanting an Outbreak remake as much as people wanted Code Veronica in the past. And look, we might get a Code Veronica next, so this could very well be the thing. But since we see Alyssa for the first time since her last appearance on 2005 from 502, it feels good to her HD counterpart, and I can't imagine how the rest of the gang looks as well. Yeah, I would love to see Kevin Ryman come back, and Yoko, and Cindy the bartender. I would literally love for all these characters to come back, to be honest. And the very last one says Mia is the monster. Bro, what if? But if you guys want more of this, if you guys want me to make more videos out of these posts just for fun of it, also guys, don't take these seriously. These are just fun posts for us to kind of just come together as a community and just have fun with it in general. But leave a like and let me know if you guys want more of this. But if you guys like the content, make sure to like the video, and if you are new to the channel, do not want to miss any more Resident Evil content. And also, we are so close to 5,000 subscribers. I highly appreciate every single one of you for literally anything you do, anything to contribute to the channel's growth. I highly appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. But as always, I want you guys to have an amazing day. Please stay safe out there, eat plenty of food, drink plenty of water, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next time. And until then, peace.